people.
All right, and we're back. So before we took our break, we were trying to talk about ways to get people to come out to the games, okay? And unless you've been on the rock for the last 24 hours, you know that Antonio Brown got released by the Raiders after acting like a 3-year-old, and he got picked up by the Patriots in like 21 minutes afterwards, okay?
So I have this theory.
Okay.
It's not hard to figure out, but go ahead.
Since about May, he knew he was going to New England.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
So there was never a chance for the Panthers to pick up AB.
Now, we don't have to talk about the Panthers possibly picking up AB, because me personally, I wouldn't have wanted him to come here for other reasons. But just with
after today's game?
No, I still wouldn't have wanted, because the reason why is he's an all-world talent, and man, he acted out intentionally to get released so he could go where he wanted to go. But at the end of the day, if someone wants to do that, there's a saying that goes that when someone show you who they are, believe them the first time.
Yeah.
And if he gets here and things aren't going his way, even if we're winning, we run the risk of him acting out again and becoming the next Oakland Raiders. Right. So I wouldn't have wanted to take that risk. But just this being a sports podcast that happened in the NFL, like, just give me your thoughts overall, not necessarily how it's related to the Panthers.
When all this went down, here's the questions I had when this all went down. What is it that he wasn't getting? Like, what is it that he wanted in Pittsburgh first? Let's not even talk about Oakland yet, or whatever they are, Las Vegas, whatever. What is it that he wasn't getting with the Steelers that made him act out in the first place? Yeah. It's not like you didn't have a good quarterback. It's not like you didn't have a chance to win the Super Bowl. It's not like Pittsburgh is definitely not a bad organization. So what is it that you wasn't? What is it that you didn't get what you want in Pittsburgh, and now you go to Oakland, which you probably didn't really want to be there in the first place? Never. So with that being said, since you're somewhere you didn't want to be, the approach to him doing what he did was completely unprofessional. Completely unprofessional. It sets a horrible precedence for anybody who's unhappy where they are now, because
this ain't the last time we're gonna see it.
It's not the last time we're gonna see it, unfortunately, man. And I'm pretty much disgusted by the whole thing. And quite honestly, I could say I'm disgusted because he's going to the Patriots, and it gives me another reason to hate them. But quite honestly, that's the least of the reason why I'm disgusted by all of this, man.
Now, I saw something on Facebook the other day, and I'm going to try and make this as short as possible, but I wonder if there's some sort of problem with the Pittsburgh Steelers culture as to why Antonio Brown did this. And I saw that in 2014, LeGarrette Blount was actually signed by the Steelers to mentor Le'Veon Bell, who they had just drafted. But right before the season started, the two of them got pulled over. They was drinking and driving, and they were actually high as well. So later in the year, Blount actually walked off of the field in the middle of a game, saying that he was angry and he wasn't getting enough carries. So the Steelers cut him, and within less than a day, he signed with the Patriots. Then, in 2017, James Harrison was released by the Steelers towards the end of the season because he was acting unusual, skipping team meetings, ignoring the coach's directions and all that stuff. So 3 days after he got released, he was signed by
the Patriots.
And then now Antonio Brown actually kind of did this because he walked out of the last game with Pittsburgh, got traded away. Oh, snap, I thought they was going to release me. And this is just me adding a conjecture here. But he got out of Oakland, and then boom, he's in New England.
I'm going to make an unusual parallel with this. So we all remember when Steve Smith got traded from the Panthers, right?
Yep.
And the reasoning that Dave Gettleman gave us was that basically you can't have too many alpha males and too many egos in the locker room. I believe that may have been the case in Pittsburgh. I think there are, just throughout the last, 5 to 10 years maybe, there's been a lot of alpha dogs, mainly Ben Roethlisberger. He's been the main constant, obviously, on these rosters. And I don't think it's a coincidence. However, when you got all these guys who are good, and they know they're good, and they know what they can do, it's going to create these situations. Now, why they keep going to the Patriots and why they act like complete saints when they get there,
exactly.
I have no idea.
That's another story.
Now, in 2006, there was another player in Oakland who got released for conduct detrimental to the team and ended up in New England. You guys want to take a guess at who that was?
Randy Moss.
Mr. Randy. So what the heck is really going on?
And why is the pipeline Steelers to Patriots?
It's even Oakland to New England.
Exactly. So like there's
No. That's what I meant. I'm sorry. That's actually what I meant to say. Why is the pipeline from Oakland to the Patriots all the time, man? Like that's
now. Okay. Anybody with any common sense, like Ronnie said, can see that Antonio Brown planned this from day one. Right. He knew what he was going to do.
Y'all ain't woke. It's chestnut checkers.
Do y'all think that the Patriots tampered in any way?
I would not put it past them. I definitely wouldn't put it past them.
I mean.
Hey, look.
I mean, it's
there's no proof.
To the average person, it's obvious, but you got the burden of proof is on us.
Right.
And Belichick has buried bodies before, and so.
But you would not put it past the Patriots.
No, I wouldn't put it past him, man. I wouldn't put it past him.
Yeah,
I echo the same sentiment.
Well, listen,
because they actually wanted to trade for him. And Pittsburgh's like, nah, we're not trading to you.
Yeah.
They didn't want to do it.
And he never really wanted to go to Oakland. Like, I don't blame him. I don't want to play for Gruden.
Oh, just like somebody else really didn't want to be in Oakland the first time.
So I'm gonna throw a stat out there to you guys before we move on. Heading into the season right now, there are 4 wide receivers that have had a 1,600-yard season. 3 of those 4 now currently play for the New England Patriots with Antonio Brown, Josh Gordon, and Demaryius Thomas.
Can I just say one thing about Josh Gordon? I wish every black person in America had the same privilege Josh Gordon does.
You and me both.
It must be
you
nice.
And me both. And it's funny that you say that because I'm in a group chat.
Him and Marvin Lewis must be related.
I'm in a group.
He was a big one in the past life.
I'm in a group chat, and a couple of days ago, someone posted the screenshot of Josh Gordon, coming back to Patriots training camp. And everyone's like, I'm so happy for him. I want him to succeed, And I'm sitting over here like, I've given up on dude, but congratulations on your 20th chance in the NFL.
You know what? It's so crazy, like, for us regular people, like, athletes are all their life. If you're an exceptional athlete, you are told you are an exceptional. You're an exception to the rule.
You get treated
differently. And it's just like, it's just crazy to see that in the real world.
Yeah.
Like, man, if I got caught smoking weed 12 times, I wouldn't have a job. I'd be homeless.
Exactly. You'd be in street pharmaceuticals right now.
I'm telling you, I'd rack up.
We'd really have to get those YouTube subscribers up if you did that.
Hey, man, I got all day in at that point.
But that actually brought something up in my mind. I'm going to try and point something out, all right? So take Josh Gordon.
Mm-hmm.
Josh Gordon has been suspended from the league
3-4 times?
Maybe 3, 4, or 5 times, all for marijuana. And, every time he looks to clean his act up, they allow him to come back. And again, I don't judge. Like, I understand it. If
PSA, weed shouldn't be illegal to me, but rules are rules.
Yeah, but he's allowed to come back, which is cool. As long as he's done what you tell him to do, give him 40 or 50 chances.
Right.
You take Antonio Brown. He missed practice because of the frostbitten feet a couple weeks ago. He told the league that he would not play if he could not get his old helmet from Pittsburgh. He then called his boss, I'm going to say racial slur because there are some people out there. If you want to say it, you go right on the head.
He called him a cracker.
So he called his boss a racial slur, and he told him to trade him. He got picked. Like, all of this stuff that is happening with these guys, and they are still being allowed to play.
Hey, man, talent.
Kaepernick took a knee. Colin Kaepernick took a knee.
Hey, man, look.
But doesn't Sorry, I gotta say.
Producer, what's up?
All right, come on.
Producer,
Doesn't that speak to the actual playing ability of Colin Kaepernick?
And
Because these guys are game changers, and their owners allow them to
is
get
Josh
away.
Gordon still a game changer at this point? Fair question, right?
He was
I don't
one.
think he is, but you look at his ability. I mean, at the height of his, to be fair, at the height of his ability.
Now, I
been
I
there.
can't answer this question, so I maybe put my foot in my mouth, but I'm going to throw it out there. Is Richie Incognito a game changer?
Absolutely not. No.
I don't think it is.
Was Riley Cooper a game changer?
Riley Cooper definitely wasn't a game changer, and he said a lot worse than what.
Quick question.
Anybody has
Quick
ever
question.
done.
Is Kerry Collins a game changer?
So
Why
I
you
mean,
go there?
is it really about ability?
But we're talking about Antonio Brown. Let's be fair.
No.
That's Hall of Fame
no,
right there.
No, you are 100% correct
That's
about
Hall of
that.
Fame,
That-
first
that's-
ballot.
And I'd even say that Josh Gordon, at his peak,
He was on that path.
Josh Gordon might still be in his peak. He might still be.
Point.
Yeah.
Colin Kaepernick was at worst a serviceable, at best good.
But here's the point. Here's the point that'll kind of even all of this out, man. Colin Kaepernick is still better than I'm sleeping.
At least half.
At least half of these backup quarterbacks in the league. That's,
I'm gonna
that's
go
number
with
one.
He's
I'm gonna
better
go
than
half
Will
the
Greer.
starters.
No, that's number one. Number
better than Will
two,
Greer.
what? Number two, what he did ain't nearly half as bad as some of these
Exactly,
other people, man.
exactly. So-
that's
I mean, but the
bottom
NFL,
line, man.
the NFL has let murderers come back.
Yep.
Child beaters,
Woman beaters,
woman beaters,
drug users, drinking while driving. There was
vehicular homicide, everything.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I
But
said.
don't you kneel and disrespect that goddamn flag, guys.
Boy,
telling
don't
you.
say that. Don't say that because you pushed the narrative that he was disrespecting flag.
Yeah, right.
No, 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 no,
He's
no,
being
no.
sarcastic.
Yeah,
I'm
I
being
got you, I got you, I
sarcastic.
got you.
That's
Yeah.
what people are
But
saying.
now, if we're looking at the current with Josh Gordon and Antonio Brown, you can make a strong case for talent level. And I don't even think Colin Kaepernick was that bad. I think that's just a narrative that's been created. And
I totally agree.
It's not bad, but was he good enough
To justify it.
to ignore whatever it was?
well, I remember Colin Kaepernick coming to Carolina and leaving on his way to the Super Bowl.
He was good at some point.
But Alex Smith would outplay Colin Kaepernick during the time that he was the starter for the 49ers.
Did he really?
He did.
I mean, we look. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Colin Kaepernick. No one's ever gonna say Colin Kaepernick in Hall of Fame.
Yeah, agreed.
But Antonio Brown, Hall of Fame. Yeah.
Oh, he's a shoo-in,
Marius
man.
Thomas, maybe not Hall of Fame,
But really good.
All very good.
All Pro.
Yeah.
I'm just playing devil's advocate. Y'all
Nah.
know how I really
Yeah.
feel about the situation.
Yeah, no, we get it.
No,
we get it.
I get it.
We
But
get
look, hey,
Colin
that's,
Kaepernick's in the Brothers Hall of Fame.
but hey, that's a good stopping point.